Temora, I was born and bred here. I went away working in Sydney and Canberra and came back to continue working. I've been involved in nearly just about every sport there is involved in the town. I've been a player, coach, mentor. I have owned a business in town since 1984. My mother and father were both born in Temora, and my parents father's parents came out from England in 1910. Mother was around the Narrabri area where she ran into, she actually met Dad on, I think it's just after when they announced that the war was over, or when they had a party in town on the steps of the post office. Got married, and of course I turned up, and there's 5 boys in our family. My mother was very good with what little money he ever had. Bringing up obviously 5 kids back in the 50s was pretty hard. But through that, the communication of you've got to be able to talk to people. And I basically do that all the time, as you probably notice. The rugby league came about, and again with the push, I got involved, and when the under 16s, I used to play squash as well, and we used to play basketball, which was sort of like our off-season fitness. And you probably realise that I'm sort of been into fitness and health for a lot of years. So went through and basically decided to give it a bit of a break until I had a couple of mates that said, look, we're starting some rugby up, would you like to have a go at it? And I thought, oh well, okay, why not? My greatest moments, I suppose I could say, the first year I played rugby union, we won the premiership. So I discovered that this game was fantastic. I played right through, and then when I started playing in the 82, it was 83, 84, so 85 I started to coach because I thought this would be a great game. I was the president of the Sports Council Committee for about 5 or 6 years. I'm on the Temora Police Community Committee, have been for something probably 15 years. Still current as far as that's concerned. And but as far as the rugby was concerned, of course I was the president, coach, strapper, bus driver. Most organisations only recognise the male. Our club, right from when I was involved in it, we tried to make it so it's a family organisation. We now have under 6s, under 8s, under 10s, under 12s, 14s and 16s, as well as a women's side and the men's. I've been married twice, and my first wife, we had 4 kids, and unfortunately one was electrocuted back in the 90s. But he saved 3 people while he was up the coast, and got a posthumous award for his saving these people. I remarried again in '86, and to Jane, who's a midwife, and she again has been a person who's involved heavily in the community, apart from the rugby club. She's a midwife, and she's delivered a lot of people around this town. She has 2 children. That makes 7 grandchildren. Wow. So we're spread around fairly well. Jane and I, we purchased the gym in 1984, and we're obviously up top, I suppose, as closest to one of the longest businesses in town. That's one of my passions, is the fitness and health structure, and I do obviously personal training as well with the gym, but I've just concentrated more so on the aged population. We've got probably the 3 best museums you could find in Australia now, and that's something, there's a lot of people come to this town purely, and because everybody's friendly. It's nothing, you drive down the street and strangely enough, you may have noticed that the finger always goes up, g'day. That's what country town's about, and we are a country town. And I do love Temora.